Extraterrestrial life and aliens in particular have been one of the most fascinating notions in science fiction. Since our emergence as a spacefaring civilization, humanity has been seeking for extraterrestrial life. But what if the creatures that are the subject of fascination and speculation are future versions of ourselves? What if they are humans from millions of years in the future who are so technologically advanced that they travel back in time to explore our timeline? Seems like an interesting notion, right? However, in this video we will attempt to make it plausible. Why is this possibility a possibility? The vast distances traversed by these aliens may be temporal rather than spatial. Given the accelerating rate of progress in science, technology, and engineering, it is probable that humans in the distant future will develop the knowledge and technology to travel back in time. Unidentified flying objects have captivated the public's imagination and interest for decades. As we continue to develop innovative techniques for detecting exoplanets, why not invite their advanced aircraft to visit our planet? Well, we've already discussed the Fermi paradox in one of our videos, along with 3 possible explanations for why we haven't seen extraterrestrials. However, one of the fundamental reasons may be that the only method of communication we know and use is electromagnetic radiation, which travel at the speed of light. That is the fastest possible travel speed. Also, space is expanding, making it difficult for us to communicate over great distances or even visit distant planets, unless we have advanced travel technologies such as warp drives. However, what if these UFOs are actually us from the future who have mastered these profound concepts of space, time, and technology? Perhaps these reports of people making contact with strange entities reflect an attempt by our descendants of the future to investigate their own evolutionary past. It is difficult to locate life as we know it outside of Earth. We are still attempting to study a large number of exoplanets in search of life, and we may discover it by the end of this century. Another concern is whether it will be intelligent like us. Finding sentient life is extremely difficult. We may discover microorganisms on Mars or Europa, but they will not be intelligent. Consequently, the evolution adds complexity to the narrative. We still do not understand the origin and evolution of life on Earth. We are still attempting to solve this conundrum. Consequently, these restrictions may also apply in other locations. Therefore, it is currently difficult to discover extraterrestrial life. But what about our descendants who, millions of years from now, will have solved some of the most complex problems of space and time and will want to study their evolution, just as we do? They may travel to the past in order to study us. This seems more plausible than the existence of life in regions of the universe where our light cannot even reach. Many individuals and scientists have found human evolution to be an intriguing topic. Numerous studies are currently being conducted to learn more about the origin and evolution of life. However, we do have a fundamental understanding of its evolution. Humans have always undergone long-term evolutionary alterations. Initially, we were quadrupedal, meaning that we walked on 4 legs. Then, between 6 and 8 million years ago, something extraordinary occurred. We stood up and became bipedal, or began walking on 2 legs. This is what distinguished us from the majority of other species on Earth. This evolution resulted in a number of cranial changes, the most significant of which was the flexing of the fundamental cranium of our skull, which gave our brain more room for growth and development. If we take into consideration this type of evolution and project it into the future, we may observe more changes in our facial structures. Tenants who have witnessed UFOs frequently characterize the aliens as bipedal, human-like beings with a large brain, large eyes, etc. Therefore, it is likely that these creatures are humans from the future who have evolved these characteristics. Future humanity may visit us to gain insight into their evolution. It is simple to imagine how much we could learn about our own evolution if we possessed the technology to travel back in time. Furthermore, if our future selves acquire such technology, it may also facilitate tourism for them. In the future, people will undoubtedly pay a great deal of money to travel back in time and observe alternate timelines. This may sound intriguing, correct? But why would our descendants travel through time to observe us? What will we specifically have to offer them? When discussing these future humanity, it is important to note that they may not exist for thousands of years. The rate at which our technology evolves is extremely rapid. It's difficult to keep up. Consider how drastically our mobile phones have evolved over the past few years. New software, updates, and even AI innovations. Even the best archives and storage system cannot keep up with the quantity of data being produced in this environment of rapid change. Our knowledge of our progenitors from thousands of years ago is limited. Even less is known about our grandfathers and their time period. Because the majority of it has been lost, and because they lack technology. Even with technology, we cannot store everything today. Loss of data is occurring and will continue to occur. Even if we go back a century, it's difficult to discover data, and since wars frequently destroy archives, buildings, monuments, and historical landmarks, it's possible that none of these things will survive. Already having experienced 2 world wars in the 20th century, we are currently engaged in minor and proxy conflicts. Then there are pandemics and biological warfare. These are all hazards not only to data but also to humanity. In addition, we can provide these future humans with biological information and evolution-related knowledge. Nevertheless, this hypothesis does not exclude the possibility of discovering extraterrestrial life. Our universe is so extensive, but we have yet to find any evidence of life on another planet or even microbes. There are numerous galaxies in this universe that resemble the Milky Way, and they may have a solar system similar to ours. And some of these stars may have Earth-like planets, similar to Kepler 432b, which is extremely similar to Earth and even has water. SETI, or the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, is an organization devoted to discovering evidence of life in other parts of the universe. Another organization, METI, is a relatively new initiative known as Messaging Extraterrestrial Intelligence, METI. Its primary objective is to communicate with extraterrestrial entities and send them messages. So we humans are already searching for and attempting to establish contact with intelligent life elsewhere in the universe. Then there are the bottlenecks of civilizations, which are the filters that may impede the advancement of civilizations, such as the asteroid impact on the dinosaurs. Additionally, nuclear conflicts and biowarfare could end a civilization. However, given the immensity of our universe, it is still possible for civilizations to ascend to the top. Thus, there are numerous factors to consider. Life can arise anywhere. The question is whether or not it is intelligent. 3.7 billion years ago, a single cell was the origin of life on Earth. Life may also form in other locations. Will they be intelligent, however? Additionally, it is improbable that they are bipedal because they would have to have virtually the same gravity as humans. We already experience the disadvantages of being bipedal. We have issues such as herniated discs, bad knees, terrible necks, etc. These are negative consequences of being bipedal. This is due to the Earth's specific gravity. If gravitation had been greater, we would not be bipedal. Therefore, if we use this to explain the UFO phenomenon and encounters on Earth, it is plausible that these aliens are future humans. But there is a crucial aspect of the hypothesis that we have not yet discussed: time travel. Time travel is a common theme in both science and science fiction. In this hypothesis, we have already postulated that future time travel may be possible. However, the fundamental concept of time travel is to travel to a distinct timeline. In general, many scientists believe that it is impossible because it involves paradoxes. Einstein's theory of general relativity makes possible the concept of time travel through wormholes, which is the most fundamental concept. With our current technology and knowledge of natural laws, time travel is extremely difficult. We still have a great deal to learn about it. Since we are discussing future humans millions of years from now, we grant them the benefit of the doubt regarding this hypothesis. Very intriguing is the idea that aliens might be humans from the future. Many of you have likely read books and articles on ufology. However, this hypothesis is plausible in some respects. We, as humans, currently believe that evolution has ended and that we are done. However, this is not the situation, right? People typically assume we live in an annihilationist society in which global warming or nuclear war could wipe us out. Nevertheless, if we examine our long-term evolution, assuming we live that long, we may appear significantly different than we do now. We do not assume that Homo habilis, Homo erectus, and Neanderthals resembled us differently millions of years ago. And if we take this information and project this evolution into the future, things and our characteristics may be different. Thus concludes the argumentation for this hypothesis. After watching the video, what are your opinions on this hypothesis? It may make sense to some and seem outlandish to others. However, this is an intriguing fact. What if, assuming these encounters are real, they are actually us from the future, since they share so many similarities? Please share your thoughts in the comment section below. And don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and press the bell notification button to be notified when we upload more incredible videos similar to this one.